Hello, and welcome back to 31 Days of Craftoween. You can see I've got my journal tied closed with a ribbon because it's already getting to be a bit of a gator mouth. And that's entirely the fault of yesterday's spread, the I keep saying enchanted, the Midnight Garden. But it turned out to be beautiful, so we're going with it. Alright, so today is day 8. We are going to be doing a new spread here. As of this moment, I'm not sure what our theme will be, and it might be a little bit tricky to work with this big bulk here. One thing I didn't show you in the day 7 spread was the journal card that I made. So I put this little girl and another white pumpkin because I thought like maybe she was dancing in the Midnight Garden. And I have left the card blank for now. I will write on it at some point during the month of October. I just didn't write on it yet. But we're ready to move onward. Alright, we'll move our sticky note and paperclip out of the way. But of course we need to do our traditional pull from the Nightmare Before Christmas Funko Advent Calendar before we can begin today. Here is day 8 right here. And there's our figure. Who shall it be? Ooh! What even is this character's name? Like, I immediately recognize them, and they have this cute little, like, cape and stuff, but are they like a vampire mouse? I don't know. A lot of the characters in this movie, they're just iconic because of their looks without, like, having to know their name. Anyway, cute. We'll put him or her over there. Alright, so today we're going to be covering up a William Blake poem that I remember having to study in college called Tiger, Tiger. I didn't love it. I should be nicer about that, but you know what? I just didn't love the poem. So he's going bye-bye. Let's grab our prompts list and my pencil, which has wandered over here. Okay, so something we haven't done yet is magazine images. So I think what I'll do is like put a circle around the dots that I'm considering, and then I'll check off what I for sure use. So maybe magazine image. I don't know if I have any that will work for the Halloween though, so that's kind of why I'm hesitant there. Ones I'm sure about I will put as a check mark. I know I've got a doily I can use, so we'll definitely use that. Let's do some stenciling today. I haven't done a witch yet, and I want to, so we're going to do witch. So we will for sure have a doily, some stenciling, and a witch, possibly magazine images. I don't know if that's going to work, though. One of the reasons I chose stenciling is because I have this new stencil from Tim Holtz. It is a swirl of stars, and I thought it would be perfect for something witchy. Like, this could be the magic that shoots out of the witch's wand, or just the magic dust that surrounds her because she's a witch. I don't know. But I thought this one would be a fun one to use today. And let's go from there. I have this really beautiful silver doily. Hang on, someone's at my door. Okay, so you guys are not going to believe this. The person at the door is a flower delivery person. Okay, let's see if I can get these into the camera. Look at these gorgeous flowers. We have a purple plaid ribbon here and some beautiful greenery. There's a white rose. This is a plant called lamb's ear. It's so soft. I love it. We got some more purple, some more roses. Holy cow. And there is a card with my name on it. Let's see who has sent me these gorgeous flowers. Oh my goodness. This is from my nephews. It says, "Happy birthday, Aunt Bobi, from your 3 favorite nephews." Oh, I love them so much. I have 3 nephews that, they are like, them and my nieces are my favorite people in the whole world. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go text them right now. I'll be back. Okay, so that was exciting. Wow, flowers. That I was not expecting that. That's so sweet. Just to clarify, I am filming this on my actual birthday. I decided that I wanted to like do some of the days ahead of time. So I'm like, okay, let's do a bunch of crafting for my birthday. That sounds delightful. And yeah, here we go. So we're doing a witch, we're doing stenciling, and we're doing a doily. And I still need to figure out backgrounds. And I think we're going to use some more paper from the bow ties, or no, not bow ties, the Tuxedos and Tiaras collection from Bo Bunny. This is an entirely black and white collection, and I just really think that it works well for backgrounds here. I kind of am liking this piece here for this page, but I also like the idea of doing something very dark. Having said that, this page was a lot of like dark stuff. I don't know what to do. That could be fun too. Okay, so we're going to start with this piece here that's white that has some black text on it. It's like almost the exact opposite of this one, which was black with some very light text on the sides here. Okay, so the background is down, and I am going to be using this gorgeous girl for my focal point, and she is our witch. You may have seen this in my birthday haul, which is uploading today as well. It says, "As I will, so mote it be." And I've decided that she is our witch, even though some of these things, like she's got, oh, I didn't even realize this. Okay, so she's got different seasonal things in her hair, like a poinsettia for winter, leaves for fall, sunflowers for summertime, little pansies and things for the spring. She's got moons. She is definitely looking witchy, especially with the moons down here. I think that definitely adds to it. But I need some contrast between her and this, and I think that our stenciling can help us with that. This piece of background paper does not want to stay down. I'm going to go ahead and monkey with that a little bit, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I've got my Tim Holtz stencil here, and I am of course going to be using the Black Soot Distress ink that I've been using throughout this entire project. My sister and my youngest nephew just called me when I was working on gluing this piece down a little bit more firmly, and because I had texted them a picture of me holding the flowers that they sent, and my littlest nephew, he's 6, he also wanted to ask me if it was appropriate for him to watch Hocus Pocus 2. His little friend has invited him over to watch the movie, and I feel like it is. Have any of you guys seen it? I thought it was really cute. I think I will always love the first one the most. That's just, it holds a dear place in my heart, but I think it would be okay for 6-year-olds to watch. And this particular 6-year-old, like 2 years ago, so when he was 4, we watched Gremlins, and he was laughing hysterically. Like when the one gremlin got put in the microwave and blown up, he thought it was hilarious. I thought he was going to be scared, and he wasn't. He was just giggling and saying, "This is the funniest movie I've ever seen." So I think he'll do okay with Hocus Pocus too. If you guys have seen that, what did you think of it? Did you like it? I was really hoping they were going to sing I Put a Spell on You again, just because that's such an iconic moment in the first movie, and they did not, but they did sing a different song, so there was still singing. Of course, you can't have a Bette Midler movie without singing, and if you've seen the rest of the series, you'll know that I am going to be dressing up as the Bette Midler character for Halloween, and I'm really, really excited about it. Ooh, speaking of which, I need to get my costume ordered. I should probably do that today. Oh, if that made a loud noise when I bumped that, I'm so sorry. We're going to add some more stars over here, I think. We won't use the whole stencil, but we'll go over this big swirl here. Oh, stay still. I think this swirl of stars is really beautiful. Okay, so we've got our stenciling. We still need to use a doily and a witch. We've got our witch picked out, and I'm not sure whether to like mount her on some black paper to give even more contrast, or whether I should just kind of fussy cut around a little bit and edge it with the black soot. Maybe I'll do that first, because either way I could still use it. I could like then put it on black paper if it still needs it. So let's go with that step first. I need my scissors. I'm not going to go too tightly on the edges. I still want to leave a gap here, but I definitely want to do something other than that square shape. Okay, yes, I do think we need some more contrast there, and we could work with black paper. We could maybe work with the doily. I don't know if that needs to be used in a different way. I kind of am wanting to use the doily as like a tuck spot or something up here. I'm going to cut off this edge. I don't remember if I showed you this or not now that I'm randomly thinking of it, but I did cut off the edges of this big flower here. It was too much for me to have them hanging off. I have this plain black cardstock scrap, and I think I'm just going to stick this down onto this, and then maybe use the white picket fence distress ink to go around that, so we're getting like black, white, black, white. Alright, I did go ahead and glue her down after I edged around with the white, and I kept this part unglued so we can use this as a tuck spot. I kind of want it to be a secret tuck spot, like we think something might be behind there, but we don't know until we actually stick our fingers in there and look. What shall it be that will go inside of there? Alright, so I have this card also from the spooky happy mail that Michelle sent, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it. I did already fold it once just to test and see if it would work, so I'm just going to make sure that these creases are really firm, and that will be small enough to slide into here and hide, but will still give enough like volume there that we'll be able to tell that something's hiding inside. I do want to add to this though before it permanently goes in there, or at least for now. So it could be like a little book actually. Where are my Sharpie pens? Black Sharpie pens are my best friend. Actually, no, my sister's my best friend, but aside from that, and my friend Janelle. They're all my best friends. Janelle, my sister, and Black Sharpie pens. So I am going to write spooky mail on this. Alright, I had a bit of a little flub with one of the letters, but we're okay. Actually, should zoom in on this. Alright, so we got spooky mail here, And then we've got this gorgeous image on the back, so we can add something to the inside here. And I think I want to just put a little note about Michelle and how grateful I am for her kindness. Okay, so this is why I shouldn't journal while I'm on camera, because I screwed up one of the words and the number of, yeah, it's just better if I don't do that. But we do have a cute little mini book here to slide right on into our witchy pocket. All right, so we need to add our doily, and like I said, I think I'm gonna put it up here. Before I put it down though, I want to see if I can get some black paint splatters to stick on this. With this surface, I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but I would like to add that, or at least try to. And then I'm going to put this down as a tuck spot, and I would like to make a witchy card to be tucked into here. Let's get some protective paper down and try the black paint splatters, and we'll go from there. You guys have got to see this. When I was edging around with the distress ink, it stenciled onto my fingers. I'm so weird. All right, so while I was doing the paint splattering, I didn't move this far enough away, so we got a little dot here and a little dot here. It's okay. This one you hardly notice because of the stenciling, and this one, maybe it's just like a little freckle for character. All right, so here is our doily. Am I zoomed in too much? I feel like I am. Okay, that looks better. And we're gonna glue this here and here, along here, and I'll cut off the excess there. Alrighty, how do I want to do the journaling cards? And also, do I want to do a little bit more glue here? I don't know. I'll wait on that thought. All right, so it's time to make the journaling cards, and I'm wondering if anything else that Michelle sent me could work in this spread, because I kind of like the idea of using a bunch of her stuff. We do have some cards. I don't want to cover either side of this one, and it's too small. This one is gorgeous. It's got a little bit of blues and purplies on there. So do I want to use it? I might be okay with allowing this much color. This one's got a gorgeous ghosty girl on it, which I kind of feel like I should save for a ghosty page. So this is an option. I also have some other things though, so I'm going to set this to the side and we'll see. She also sent me this Darling Witch, but I'm not ready for my orange page yet. We're keeping it black and white here. I have some cute little printables that are ingredients that witches might use. We have spider venom, octopus ink, crow's feet, zombie brains. That one printed a little blurry, so I'm not sure that I would use that one. Same thing with the black cat fangs here. We have moth's wings, scorpion tail. That one also printed kind of wonky. What's going on with my printer today? Let's see if the other page looks any better. Jellyfish tentacles, toad's tongue, goblin eyes, puffer stings, caterpillar silk, snail slime, beetle horn, and snake poison. I'm kind of disappointed that these didn't print so well. What the H? Oh, I don't know if I pointed this one out. This is Witch's Warts. It also is a bit blurry. I have a different version of these that printed a little bit more nicely, but it's got color on it. So I don't know that I want to use those either. Okay, let's do this. Let's make a base card and go from there. Alright, so I've got this paper that's meant to be printed in black and white, but again, I had the wonky printer doing weird things. So I'm going to use this as a back side of a card, specifically this side. We're going to cut this down, and then we'll create on the white side here. I got a new paper cutter. You might remember from my previous videos that I was struggling with my cutter. Oh, what are you doing? Okay. So I got this one that's also a scoring board, and I'm really liking it so far. I haven't used it very much because it is brand new to me, but so far I haven't noticed any issues with it, and that makes me very happy. It will fold out to become wider if I want it to, so it can become up to 12 inches wide, which is really nice when you're working with that 12 by 12 paper. All right, it is down to the correct size now, and I will just ink around the edges on this back side of it and on the front side, and then we can create something that's purely black and white on this side so that it doesn't look ugly and not go with our flow, because honestly I don't care if the back side of the card has a bit of color on it. So I need to create something that, because it'll peek out like this, so something that is not going to clash or like take away from this, because this is, I want this to be my main focal point here. Let's see, something that I think might help is if we pick a sentiment to use on the spread, and I was thinking of maybe putting something up at the top here. And we have one of these from Tim Holtz that says Toil and Trouble, which I think would go right there. So I'm going to just go ahead and add that right now. Let's put you right here. There we go, Toil and Trouble. And so that starts to create a regular triangle of black, an irregular triangle. I didn't say that correctly. An irregular triangle. I just said irregular, and that sounded like a regular. Blah, blah, blah. Stop talking. I'm yelling at myself. Okay. Irregular triangle of black started here. We need something black on the card. So now we have the Toil and Trouble. I really want to come back to those potion ingredient thingies. Are there a couple that are printed well enough that I could use them? I think the Toad's Tongue and the Goblin Eyes will be fine. The Snail's, like these four in the middle on this page. Sorry, I wasn't holding that correctly. These four in the middle here. And maybe these three here. Alright, so I have all these cut out, and I don't want to use all of them, maybe one or two, but at least I have them cut out so I can use them in future spreads. I really am gravitating toward the Goblin Eyes, and I feel like I want to do maybe one more, maybe this octopus ink here. So let's start with inking around those. I also have this really beautiful tissue paper from Michelle. I can use a scrap or two of this to help build a little cluster or collage on top of this card. So I'll work on that for a minute. Alright, so this is, I haven't glued anything down yet, but I think this is what we're going to do. We've got our Goblin Eyes and our octopus ink. We've used some of that tissue paper, and I've got this little silver charm here that's a moon and a star. I wish it didn't have the loop there, but I also think if I take my little snips to it, my metal snips, I might break it because it's so tiny and thin. So we're just going to leave the little loop on there. So I'll go ahead and glue this down, and we'll see if we need like a little topper at the top or something before we move on. Okay, everything is glued down, and let's give it a try in the pocket before we decide on a topper of some kind, because it's not a tag, it is a journaling card. Let's see. What do we think? If we did do a topper, it would probably be black lace and it would be poking out here. But I already like the triangle that we have going on here. So I'm not going to add a topper there. Of course, now that I see this, I'm wondering if we need something else here. Okay, so no, I am not going to be adding anything else here. I tried playing around with a couple of things off camera, and there's nothing that I think would help add to this versus taking away. So this is a little bit more of a simple spread, but I do like that we have a really good contrast between the very lightness of this and the very darkness of the page before. And I didn't really tell a story this time, but I feel like this witch, maybe she came from the Midnight Garden, or maybe like she grows the Midnight Garden, and some of the things that she harvests are from there. Of course, not these things because they're goblin eyes and octopus ink, but maybe some of her other ingredients come from the Midnight Garden, such as the snail slime. Snails live in gardens. Spider venom, there could be spiders there. And of course the planty things like maybe some deadly nightshade, maybe some poison something or other that I can't think of right now. But she works in this garden, hence all of the lovely plants and flowers we see in her hair here in the corner. I could not have done this spread without Michelle and her amazing spooky mail gift. So again, Michelle, thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next one for day 9. Have a wonderful, magical, and crafting day or spooky day. Adios.